like the pulsing of the drum. And although I've now ascended to this heavenly abode, the answer rushes through me. It is I will go. Take me down, back to the ground, for this is my vow. I will serve the best way I know how, on the ground, where the people are confused and bound. I will always try my best, for this is my vow, this is my vow.
Hello, lovely people. Hopefully you are having a wonderful day. It is a beautiful day here at the meeting place of heaven and earth. Hopefully Mount Shasta will peek through at some point. God and Goddess, thank you so much for this beautiful, warm day. Thank you for all the birds and the beautiful nature that is surrounding us. Thank you so much for the warmness in December. Please help everyone that is traveling for the holidays, help them have safe travels, and help seeds be planted of light and truth so that we can move toward a golden age and garden paradise. Please help us to find ways to plant seeds and to plant them effectively. Show us how to be compassionate and loving and kind and effective in our mission. In the name of Elohim, I pray. Amen. Today, according to the Nazarean calendar, it is Heritage Day, and we are quickly coming up on all of the instructions for the noontime peace contemplations, the morning communions as well, because that is part of what is currently being revealed to Abdiel. So the prayer is, our God and Goddess, immanent and transcendent, send to all your angel of peace. May wisdom guide us as we accept or reject things from the past. May your angel of wisdom bless all that we pass on to the future. I'm certainly going to be passing along these teachings. Today, we're going to continue reading from the Holy Megillah Nasarean Bible of the Essene Way, translated by Day of Greenleaf and available at essene.org. As I've mentioned before, the final version of the Megillah is going to be coming out within the next year. So if you are intending to buy that, you might want to just wait and not buy this copy. But as you can see, mine has been very, very well loved, and I'm very grateful for it. So chapter 11 is where we are, part 2 of the Mahazeh Gedolah, the Messianic revelation of the Lamb and Dove. If you remember from yesterday, part 1, this whole story of Abdiel, he was literally left under the tree of life while his mom and dad got lured to the edge of the garden, started killing animals, started eating flesh, literally took on these more densified bodies, right? While they're doing this evil mission, we have baby Abdiel over here growing underneath the tree of life and literally being raised by the lamb and the dove to eat the fruit of the tree of life, ascend the golden ladder, and reach heaven most high, right? The first part of Messianic, or the Mahazeh Gedolah, not the Messianic revelation, that's what we're getting into today, was the revelation of all that has been, and it goes over the creation story and how Yah and Jalah, all of these different named entities, which realistically Yah is just being, but anyways, all of these entities and how the divine plan came into actuality. And so that leads us to part 2. Chapter 11. With the dove upon his head, the lamb spoke to Abdiel, saying, Behold, the lamb and dove. The lamb is Jadeh, the living word of Jah. The dove is Janah, the living breath of Jalah. And through his union with Janah, Jadeh is of both Jah and Jalah. And through her union with Jadeh, Janah is of both Jah and Jalah. Yea, Jadeh is the only begotten son of Jah, the only son directly emanated by Father Jah. Lo, Jade, the Lamb, is the Lord Christ, the Father Christ of the Christ family. And Janah is the only begotten daughter of Gedolah, the only daughter directly emanated by mother Gedolah. Lo, Janah, the dove, is the Lady Christ, the mother Christ of the Christ family. Behold, at the beginning of the mother ovum, in the awareness of the consequences of the great freedom, Jaja appointed Jade and Janah with the water of life, which is the tears of Jaja, which are tears of compassion. Yea, these tears were shed because Jah and Jala so loved the world that they gave their only begotten children as hands of mercy, which are Christ Messiahs, even knowing that they would be crucified again and again, repeatedly and in diverse ways, upon the countless crosses of countless realms and worlds of endless space and time, by those who, within the context of the great freedom, would make unwise choices, resulting in fathomless pain and sadness, resulting in the merciful intervention in the darkness of ignorance by the word and breath of mercy, which is the Lord Christ and Lady Christ. Lo, the water of life is of the tears of Jaja, which are the tears of compassion, shed not only for Jade and Janah, but for all beings who will ever experience pain for any reason, deserved or not, in all the realms and all the times of fathomless duration within the mother ovum. Yea, but the tears of Jaja are also tears of joy, shed in the awareness that the great pain of evolution will be transcended by countless beings, whom, over the course of fathomless duration, will pierce ovum after ovum, eventually piercing even the mother ovum, joining Jah and Jala in heaven most high as friends, co-workers, and playmates, and joining Jade and Janah as Christ Messiahs for the salvation of all sentient beings. Then the dove spoke to Abdiel, saying, Behold, the Christ family, which is the family of Christed beings. Yea, holy Abdiel, behold your new family. For when you answered the question of the heartbeat with the words, I will go, you accepted the invitation of the Lord and Lady to join the Christ family. For behold, the vow of the Christ child is the vow of initiation into the Nazarene, which is the Nazarean priesthood. Yea, behold your new family, a family of priests and priestesses, which is the Nazarene, the Nazarean priesthood of the Essene Way of the Lord and Lady. In countless worlds, our priesthood has been called various names in the diverse tongues of the peoples. But whatever the tongue, the meaning is the same. We are Nazarene because we lift up the distress unto holy resurrection in spiritual ascension. And we are Essene because we are the healers of body, mind, and soul. And all Nazarene priests and priestesses of the Essene Way are Nazarites, being consecrated to the work of the priesthood, which consecration is sealed by the Nazah, the ritual of consecration to the Nazarene priesthood. That ritual is the washing of the feet and the sprinkling of the hands, heart, and forehead with holy water. Lo, the water symbolizes the tears of compassion, which is the water of life. Yea, and upon the crown of the head are placed the hands of a priest or priestess of the Christ family, and certain words and prayers are spoken. In this ritual we shall perform this day upon you when we return to your earthly body in Cush. Yea, Abdiel, you shall receive the Nazah. Behold, the Nazah symbolizes outwardly what has already occurred inwardly. Then the Lamb spoke, saying, O holy Abdiel, you are the first soul in this new world to pierce through the ovums of the first 6 heavens and reach the 7th heaven of this world. Yea, you found the temple of light within yourself and joined the king and queen upon the throne chariot. And guided by Uriel, the angel of light, you have ridden the throne chariot through the door of the crown atop the temple of your body and ascended unto the temple of light, which is the spiritual chamber hidden within the sun. Even now, though your earthly body sits in meditation in the garden of Cush, your soul has come in its light body to the temple of light within the sun. You are the first from the new world to ascend to this temple. But in the heavenly bliss of this temple of light, you did hear the drumbeat, which is the heartbeat of the Lord Christ and Lady Christ. And though you have ascended unto this heavenly abode, you have chosen to return to the new world as our hands and feet. Behold, in this holy descent, you will find the highest ascent. Yea, you will pierce other ovums that you yet know not of. Behold, you will enjoy the blessed day of play in heaven most high with your Lord and Lady and with Jah. Then the dove spoke, saying, But lo, before the blessed day of play, there is much work. You shall receive initiation as the first Christ of the new world. Then you will receive your holy mission, which is your holy work. For your hands shall be our hands, the hands of Christ. And your feet shall be our feet, the feet of Christ. Yea, your work while in earthly body will be the founding of our priesthood on this new world. Behold, you will be given the Bahir Shabbathayim, which is the sevenfold illumination. The sevenfold illumination reveals the path of the Nasarean Church of the Essene Way for this world. Yea, you will put in place our ordinances for this world. And with the help from the Lamb and Dove, you will train your successor, whom will be your seventh child. For the evil one will strike down your earthly body, but cannot harm your soul. And when the servant of the dark path kills your earthly body, yea, and kills the body of your queen, your wife, whom you have not yet met, you and she shall continue to minister to this world as cherubim of the tree of life. Then the Lamb spoke, saying, Yea, holy Abdiel, you shall serve as the chief cherub of the center branch of the tree of life for this world. And your queen shall serve as the chief cherubah of the center root of the tree of life for this world. Yea, for the duration of the lifespan of earth, you will serve in that capacity. For you are, as the first man of earth, to ascend to the temple of the sun. So shall your queen be the first woman to make that ascension. And like you, she shall hear the heartbeat, which is the question, who will go? And like you, she shall answer, I will go. Thus it is fitting that the first Christs of this new world shall serve as the high priest and high priestess of the first heaven of this world, even as Abraham and Sarah serve in the seventh heaven of this world, all under the guidance of the high priest and high priestess of the kingdom of all heavens, Jadeh and Janah. Then the dove spoke, saying, Think not, O Abdiel, that they who take the vow of the Christ child and thereby enter the Christ family, which is the Nazarean priesthood, become free of error. Lo, even amongst the higher ranks of Christed beings in much higher worlds, errors are made. And amongst baby Christs in lower worlds, such as earth, errors are common. But the vow of the Christ child is not, I shall make no errors. Lo, the vow is, I will try to help. And all those who truly desire to help will learn from their mistakes, and the mistakes will become less frequent. And they will rise from one world to the next until they pierce even the mother ovum. Then the Lamb spoke, saying, Leave now the temple of the sun and enter again the temple of your body in the garden of Cush. Behold, the Lamb and the dove shall go with you, for we shall dress your body with the robe of righteousness, and you shall receive the Nazah. Yea, and you will receive the emblems of the priesthood. But first, you will receive the Bahir Shabbathayim, the sevenfold illumination. For with this illumination you shall establish our priesthood in this new world. I knew that was the end, but just making sure. I love that. Love so much of this, and especially there at the end. Like, think not that the vow of the Christ child, is I shall make no errors. The vow is I will try to help. And even amongst the higher ranking beings, errors are made. In lower worlds, baby Christ's errors are common. It's really, really cool because they are forgiving and not requiring us to be perfect. It is just to try to help, to try to make things better. And all those who truly desire to help will learn from their mistakes, and the mistakes will become less frequent. And they will rise from one world to the next until they pierce even the mother ovum. Here, this actually, in the verse 52, it says the high priest and high priestess of the kingdom, not kingdom. So I apologize about that. It's supposed to say kingdom of all heavens. Anyways, that is what I am wanting to share with you today, or this afternoon, early afternoon, right? Today is Wednesday, so I will be back with you at 3:30 for us to chat about whatever things come about, the truth of our reality, different conspiracy things, different topics, whatever you would like. So I'm going to check the live chat, but that is the plan for that. Hey, Darren, how's it going? Darren says, hi, Inanna. Thank you for sharing the Essene creation story. It is definitely my pleasure. I'm hoping that using my platform and putting out different reels, just like little snippets of the stories, that people will be intrigued and want to know more. And it all just like, I'm just wanting this to be promoted so that it can change our world. So thank you. David D says, love these readings. Me too, buddy, me too. All right, I'm going to play this little clip of a song. It's called My Vow, which was played at the beginning. It's by Blair Francis, one of the Essene musicians. And I think it's very fitting for the topic of literally being in the Christ family. If you're interested, the whole song is very, very cool and goes into more of the details of essentially this idea of going down to the world below. So that being said, I'll catch up with you at 3:30. I hope that you have a wonderful afternoon. May God and the gods bless you.
I can hear the sacred heartbeat, like the pulsing of the drum. And although I've now ascended to this heavenly abode, the answer rushes through me. It is I will go. Take me down, back to the ground, for this is my vow. I will serve the best way I know how, on the ground, where the people are confused and bound.